It's actually time for Cherylyn Bands.
Hi, my chookies. Cherylyn Bandsy. So today I would like to tell a story. It's just a bit of drama what's happened recently, and normally I'd brush it off. And it's not my style to play the victim and go and air the dirty laundry. But when something happens and you walk away and you can't sort it out, that's what this YouTube stuff's good for, because I can say it, get it off my chest, get to hear everybody's opinions of it, whether I'm right. Sometimes people say I'm wrong, and that's fine. I don't have to listen to that. That's what it's all about. So anyway, there's been lots of rain where I live recently, and so the grass grew really long. Terry mowed the lawn. Fair enough. That's what happens. But I don't know why he does it. He mows some people's in our streets lawn as well. So he went around to the Indians. We have actually got some Indians in our street, and he mowed their lawn. And he's done it a few times. So every time he does it, the wife who lives there, Sandy, I just call her Sandy. Her name's Sangeetha or something like that, but it's too hard. I'm not saying that every single time. So I just call her Sandy. So every time Terry mows the lawn, Sandy brings over like a Tupperware container full of cooked food. It's to say thanks sort of thing. And only one. She only gives Terry one. So recently when he mowed their lawn, she dropped one off while Terry was out. And I said, I'll give it to him. I actually ate it myself because I thought, fuck it. Why does Terry get all the goods, I don't get any prizes for doing my girl's job, so I ate the like it was like a curry sort of thing. And I like curry, but this was real, proper curry, Indian curry, like made by real Indians with the proper real stuff what they got in Indian, like over in their country, but with the real Indian stuff. So they made the proper Indian curry, and fuck me, it was so hot. And Desiree says, yeah, well, that's what you get for eating Dad's curry. And I said, fuck off, idiot. And so, 2 minutes into the bastard, and I've got dibbles of sweat forming on my forehead, and I thought, this is fucked. 5 more minutes, I'm eating. It wasn't really, my lips were tingling, but it's weird because it's not so hot where your mouth is hysterically burning, but it was a weird pressure sort of thing. 5 minutes later, I've got the runs, so I'm on the toilet and it's just spewing out like lava. Not lava, it was more like, when you go to Yogurt Land and you pull the thing and the way that comes out? No, it wasn't really like that either, actually. It was, what it was like? When you go to 7-Eleven and you have a Slurpee, and there's like 4 odd different Slurpee flavours, but there's always one what doesn't quite work properly and it kind of sputters out, like it doesn't come in the thick stream. Like, some of it does, but then it goes. Well, that's what this was like. It was disgusting. It didn't smell too good. Left an abomination in the toilet sort of thing. Anyway, that's disgusting. So Terry came home and I said, God, you dodged a bullet. He says, what? I said, Sandy brought around one of the curries and I ate it. He goes, you ate my fucking curry? I said, how many do you fucking need, greedy guts? Maybe I want to try some of the Indian curry. He goes, well, you go and mow the fucking lawn. I said, fuck off, Terry. Bottom line, it's gone. He goes, you ate my curry, didn't even like it. I said, I don't know how you eat the bastard. He goes, I've always liked hot food. I said, no, you haven't, arsehole. He goes, all right, you know everything. I said, well, when it comes to what you eat, I'm the bastard what cooks it. So, yes, I do know what you eat. I've never cooked curry that hot. He goes, well, maybe I like it. I said, well, maybe go fucking marry Sandy then. Go fucking marry Sandy. So I had the shits. And so earlier today, I actually went round there to drop the container off. So I knocked on the door. I said, yeah, thanks, Sandy. Terry didn't really like this one. And she says, oh, didn't he? I said, no, he didn't really like it. And she said, this is the same one I made last time. I said, maybe he didn't like that one either. Maybe he was just being polite. I said, we need to have a girls' day, just me and you, and I'll teach you some cooking. And she goes, oh, yes, that would be fun. I said, because Sandy, that was way too hot. You almost burnt Terry's arsehole off. No, he had sweat dripping down his face. Way too hot. And she goes, oh, it's meant to be hot, hot, good for you. I said, well, over here, we don't like it. So next time, make something better, please. And she laughed along. She got it, you know. So she took the container and I said, see you later, Sandy. And as I'm walking off, I hear the door slam open. I turn around. Sandy's husband, Armitage, he snatches the Tupperware off Sandy and he storms up to me. He says, you learn some respect. You're very ungrateful. I said, sorry? He goes, my wife, make this for you and you throw back in her face. That is very disrespectful. I said, it's not disrespectful. I said, if I was making you some treat, I would make something what you want. Now, I was just telling her, we don't like it. He says, it's not for you. It's for Terry. Terry mow the lawn. And I said, well, Terry will not be mowing your lawn anymore, you bastard. No one talks to me like that. He says, you're a very rude lady. I said, you are a rude little man. And he said, and one more thing. Her name, Sangeetha. Do not call her Sandy. You call her her real name. I said, I've called her Sandy for years. He says, we don't like it. I said, well, Armitage, you shouldn't have told me that because now you got me bad books. And now from now on, how about I just call you fucking Alan? That's your names now. You're Alan and Sandy. No one fucking talks to me like that. And so he looks at me, puts his chin down like a fucking idiot. He stares at me like this. He goes, you are a bitch. And I walked up to him and I said, say it again. He goes, you are a bitch. So I snatched the fucking Tupperware off him and I threw it on the grass. And as I was walking off, I said, by the way, Alan, this bullshit on the driveway, it has to go. You know, because they paint all this weird Indian stuff on the driveway. No one in the street likes it. I've asked him. He says, you are a racist. I said, I'm not racist. I said, this. No one else in the street has this. Why do you think you can do it? He says, this our home. We do what we want. You know, clapping his hands at me like a fucking seal. You know, maybe that's what they do over there because you see lots of Italians talk and they're all like this every time they say something. My stepfather, Nino, used to do it. Oh, I feel like a drink now. How about some Cocabella coconut water and it's pink guava. It's natural hydration with 5 key electrolytes. And it's got no preservatives and 0 fat. So let's try some. So I have a jar. That's nummies, that is. Make sure you go to the shops and actually buy some and put it all over social media because I actually think this is gorgeous. So, you know, try some for yourself. So anyway, I went home and I told Desiree what happened and she says, well, you're racist. I said, how's it racist? I said, if somebody does a job for you, you don't go and give them a pile of shit. And she says, Mum, they probably eat Indian curries every night of the week. And I said, yeah, well, I don't like it. And she goes, it's not for you. It was for Dad. So once again, they're picking on me. But it's starting to feel like ever since I've started doing YouTubes and getting bigger and bigger, the list of friends in my neighbourhood is going down and down and down. So when I actually go proper viral, I probably won't have any friends. Anyway, this Cocabella coconut water is absolutely delicious. Let's leave it at that. You can actually add me on my Facebook site as well. www.facebook.com/CherylynBarnesAU for Australia. Add me on my Twitter site @CherylynBarnes. # Indian curries are too hot. You can also add me on my Instagram site as well, @CherylynBarnes. Make sure you add my Snapchat site, @ShezBarnes. Make sure you go and click subscribe so you can see all the YouTubes I've done before and all the other ones that will come out in future days. Give this YouTube the thumbs up. Let's leave it at that. Pussy kiss. And ciao for now, my chookies.